how important do you think the whole casual, having the whole casual, I guess, argument for making StarCraft 2, I guess, better for the lower level folks, or trying to attract more people to start playing again, right? Because we've had such an exodus actually of viewer or users of StarCraft 2.
I almost feel like this is like a lesson that you learn in history. Like, it's common sense. Like, look at the Betamax versus VHS. Like, Betamax was a superior format in every single way, but VHS, was the one that was more aggressive with their marketing. And what did we end up with? That became the prominent thing. And I mean, it's the exact same way. Like, StarCraft 2 might be a better game than other things, but if it doesn't get widespread acceptance, like, you're always going to have a worse scene as the result of it. Like, if there are 500,000 people watching League of Legends, it doesn't matter that StarCraft 2 is more complex or, whatever. I love Artosis, but in his blog about StarCraft is the most beautiful game of like, I mean, that's fine, but
that's not what it sounds like.
That's exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. StarCraft 2 is the most beautiful game, and it's beautiful, and it's spelled, whatever. I don't know how it sounds. My voice is terrible. I can't impersonate him. But, like, he talked about how beautiful it sounds, and that's fucking great, man. But, like, do you think that people are going to want to bust their balls playing 15 hours a day this game like StarCraft 2 and make like maybe $100 grand at tournaments when there are like $1 million tournaments for a game like League of Legends? Do you think that sponsors are gonna want to sponsor an event that gets 50,000 viewers on a tournament when another event that applies to the exact same demographic with like a 95% crossover from other communities is going to have 650,000 viewers? Like what do you expect there? Like, if you wanted to go and sponsor somebody, and you have some people playing a tournament that gets 650,000 viewers, and other people playing a tournament that gets 50,000 viewers, like, who are you going to sponsor? Like, that affects prize money, that affects teams, it affects sponsorships, it affects salaries, it affects everything. The casual scene is what the entire professional scene is built on, and a lot of professional people don't fucking realize that. And the fact that they don't, like, hurts me as a person. Like, to see Artosis come out and make that blog about how StarCraft 2 is a pretty good game, and all he talks about is the metagame and professional shit that 95% of StarCraft 2 players could give a fuck less about. Like, I mean, like, it's cool that you think StarCraft the hardest form is great, and that's fine, but if you don't have millions of other people that agree with you, like 500 people in the professional scene agreeing with you doesn't mean shit. 500 people is good enough for $5 salaries,
I mean,
an entire... Sorry, Rob.
No, I was just gonna say you're right about all those points about basically, of course, sponsors are going to go towards the game that's going to get more numbers. But I'm not going to fault Artosis for saying that this game is a better game. Essentially is what he said. Obviously he's saying beautiful and all that stuff, and I StarCraft 2 is my favorite game too. I mean, for a lot of reasons, and so I'm not going to fault him for saying that. It's just a matter of what can we do to get the casual basically gamers back to playing StarCraft 2. So
no, I agree. I agree, and I'm not faulting him for saying that. I'm just saying that you have to have your priorities lined up correctly. Like, you can have the best, most cutthroat competitive game in the universe, but if you don't have a way to draw casual fans into watching it, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, nobody and that even matters to the pro scene. Because at first, professional gamers might not care about casuals, but you are going to care when you notice that next year your prize pool is $50,000 instead of $100,000. And then all of a sudden the professionals are all wondering, like, well, why is our prize pools decreasing? Why aren't we getting these huge bumps in salaries that we all, wanted? Why is it that a decent to good level player in the foreign scene gets an $800 a month salary? That's a fucking joke salary, And the reason isn't because ZVP has a shitty metagame. The reason isn't because Fungal is overpowered. The reason isn't because Warpgate breaks Protoss. The reason is because casual people don't give a fuck about the game. Because you log on to this graveyard that is BattleDone 2.0, you have no fucking friends on the game, and the arcade scene reminds you of some kind of college marketing project that some kid put together and ended up failing and worked at McDonald's for his life because he didn't understand or anything. Like, that's the shit that's really fucking important. The professional side is important, and they should worry about that. But without the casual side to energize it and monetize it and give it the viewers that it needs to exist, it doesn't fucking matter. The most competitive game in the world will always lose to something less competitive if it has a bigger casual audience. And that can be seen perfectly right now with League of Legends. Because League of Legends is, honestly, I think League of Legends is bigger 6 months ago than StarCraft 2 will ever be, just because they understand that entire concept of monetizing and getting casual people to play their game over and over again far better than Blizzard seems to understand right now.